Can we just define, what does that mean?
In terms of VAs, to define that, they are members of your team, members of your business who are generally based abroad. Most of my team is based in the Philippines. There's one based in Japan and I have another based in Qatar.
Wow.
So yeah, I've got an office in Qatar and Tokyo and yeah, the Philippines as well.
Truly global.
Yeah, global. And Hillsborough, County Down.
Oh.
So yeah, there you go. In terms of the value they add, the way I've structured my team, I have 4 sourcing VAs and 2 admin. One of the admin is part-time and looking to go full-time next year because of increased admin roles and admin tasks. And yeah, that's how we're set up.
Okay, so I just want to take a moment out of this interview. Having grown my own business to over 7 figures in the UK and 6 figures in the US is I couldn't have done it alone. It's literally impossible, or it's just not worth the hassle. My God, you'd be so stressed. But the one thing which you can do is you can build a team to help you do this. And in my business, we have VAs who are virtual assistants who are supporting us. Now, if you are interested in that and think that perhaps maybe a virtual assistant can help you out in your business, what I would say is look no further than the FastTrackFBA VA Academy. This is a service I created whereby we find, hire and train a virtual assistant for your business, and we support them for 12 weeks to get results. Now, quite simply, you pay a one-time fee and we do the rest of the work and support you in not only hiring one, but building a team and getting your business to scale. Now, if you're interested in learning more, have a look at the link down below, fasttrackfba.com/VA, where you can book a free 30-minute consultation call. Check it out, have a look at the link down below, and book a free 30-minute consultation call today. Back to the interview.
For you, and let's just break this down. So for you, originally, you were very hands-on, $250,000, let's go back there, very hands-on, 2 VAs, and what are they doing? They're finding deals?
They were finding deals and yeah, one was purchasing.
Okay.
Then there was a lot of admin for me to do, so obviously wanted to remove that. So hired first admin VA in March. She was part-time, and then hired another full-time admin VA.
So just to clarify, those 2 VAs initially, the first 2 VAs at $250,000, they're both doing admin, is that right?
They're both sourcing.
Okay.
They're both sourcing.
So do you call them admin VAs sourcing?
Sorry, I think. No, yeah, so there would be sourcing VAs.
Fine,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. So they're sourcing, so that's fine. So start off a year ago, $250,000, roughly $21,000 per month in revenue, and you got 2 VAs, one part-time, one full-time?
Both full-time.
Both full-time, cool, sourcing, okay. Now, obviously you've grown, you're now going up to $41,000 per month on average to hit the $50,000. Hence the 20,000 extra per month. Talk us through that journey of what was the next hire, the next hire, the next hire. What was the role and what did they do?
Okay, so
where was it in the year timeline?
Yeah, okay. So started the year with 2 sourcing VAs. Then admin was kind of taking over my life, so I hired a admin VA March time.
Okay, so month 3, admin VA part-time.
Part-time, yeah. She had another job, so she gave us a recommendation. Then it would have been 3 months later, once we kind of put everything in place and got her lifted up to a certain level. We then hired another admin VA, and I wanted to hire 2 more sourcing VAs.
Okay.
And more or less hired them both at the same time. And yeah, that was the process.
So let's just clarify. Beginning of the year, 2 full-time sourcing VAs. Month 3, you hire an admin VA, part-time. Then you hire another one 3 months later, is that right?
Yeah, that was right. So.
And that is an admin or a sourcing VA?
No, that was admin.
Okay, so you've now got 1.5 admin VAs.
Yeah.
Wow, you have a lot of admin, don't you?
Yeah, so we would do a little bit on eBay as well. So we would do a little bit of drop shipping on eBay. So there was a case of I wanted to bring someone in to manage that as well. So yeah.
Okay, so maybe that isn't so much a requirement because you're doing outside of the Amazon business, but
yeah.
So that's the thing. Okay, so that's month 6. You got another admin VA. Then you got another 2 sources you purchased.
2 sourcing, yes.
When did they join? What month?
That would have been, about May time. Yeah.
Okay, so is that before? So that's month 5.
Yeah, that would be month 5. So I wanted to go into Q4, which is basically, I know Q4's October, but I wanted to go into kind of middle of October, start of November with enough sourcing VAs with enough experience. So I kind of worked back from that date, and that was the kind of earliest that I wanted those VAs to start, so they'd have at least kind of 6 months experience.
Okay.
So, 3 months experience. I was able to hire one that had experience, and then one of the other VAs, she had no experience at all. So we brought her in and she kind of just learnt off the rest of the team.
So if I clarify, started off 2 sourcing VAs, 21,000 a month, plus you. Then we moved to month 3, part-time admin VA. Month 5, 2 sourcing VAs. Month 6, 1 full-time admin VA. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. So that's really good. And then I think the takeaway which I'm learning from you and what you're saying there is, again, you've got to have the goal. That's step one, have the goal. Step two is once you understand the goal, you've got to work backwards. And what do we mean by work backwards? Well, that means is when do you want them to start adding value? So you said Q4, so that's October. You said, well, actually, I'm going to need them ready for Q4.
Yeah.
So then the other thing, so probably the other takeaway is it takes 3 months before they're actually ready. It's about people's training and development, getting them up to skill. So you can't start them in October because they're not ready. You need to start them sooner. So that's like July, if my math is correct. And that gives them enough chance to practice, get right. And then when you're into Q4, you're now all full steam ahead.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what they're doing.
Yeah, you can kind of, once that system's in place and it's had kind of 3 months for things to run through, you can iron out a few things, then you can kind of turn the heat up. Yeah, that was the thinking behind it.
Fantastic. No, that's really good and I think very useful. I think the takeaways which I take, have the plan, work backwards, understand VAs take 3 months. Also as well, with the increased workload of sources, also comes additional admin, hence why you kind of took that on.
Yeah.
Admittedly, you did other things, but you did see the increase in the admin as well, and that's something to really think about. But that has that's given you an additional 20,000 in revenue per month by building that system out with those VAs.
Yeah, I think the experience that I had in 2020 Q4 was just didn't have enough deals. I didn't spend enough money. So I didn't want to be in that position again. So that's why I really pushed quite hard at the start of the year to get as many people in place so that I'd have as much experience so that Q4 this time around would be much better.
Cool, interesting. And I think the final takeaway, plan it back definitely, but the other one is if you think about metrics, numbers to scaling a business, we talk about 20,000 per month increase. You've hired 2 sourcing VAs, so a rough, and I'm saying very rough rule of thumb, £10,000 per month revenue per VA to start with.
Yeah, that's quite something like that. Yeah,
that's cool. And I know certainly in my business we have some VAs who are like way exceeding that, but admittedly they've been enrolled for like a year and a half now, so that's where you get going, and then it will ramp up after that.
Well, this is it. I mean, the jobs that take longer, you want to start them earlier, so you can get a head start on them really.
Fantastic. So obviously you're a man with a plan. You have big goals in mind. 500,000 now or like tomorrow maybe. What's next year? What's the next plan?
I think aiming for 7 figures would be something to aim for.
Wow. The big 1 million.
The big, I mean, 7 figures. I mean, if we converted, Liam and I did a live in Canada a few weeks ago and I didn't realize that Canadian dollars is 1 to 2. So I suppose I'm kind of already a 7-figure seller somewhere in the world. But 7 figures sterling. Yeah, that would be it'd be nice to get to.
Wow, fantastic. Hey, honestly, really, really good. And I think what's really interesting over the journey you've just talked about is the fact that you've set the goal, you've broken it down, and you put a strategy into place, and actually you're going to achieve it, which is really nice to see. And it shows that you've understood the metrics and you've understood the drivers of your business and you know how to push it forward. So if anyone wants to get in contact with you, find out more about you and iGen as well, I know you're obviously part of the community there as well, how can they do that?
Facebook is the best way.
Cool.
So I'm Lloyd Jones on Facebook, iGen Entrepreneur. That's the best way to get in touch with us,
Fantastic. If anyone wants to know, I will drop a link to obviously the iGen Entrepreneur Facebook group, and you can obviously contact Lloyd in that. So have a look in the comments or see a description down below. Lloyd, thank you so much for your time, and obviously I wish you the best of luck on your journey to 7 figures. From myself, everyone watching, thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers.